What do you call a black woman who's had 7 abortions? A crime fighter.
How you doing? Thank you. How you doing? Hey, nice to see you. Listen, I'm here to exploit this war. I'm here to exploit this war. War is good for business. Just take a look at the stock market, so I'm here to exploit it just like everybody else in this country. Best thing about this war, it's on every channel. And every channel has a slightly different war. Did you notice that? If you don't like the way it's going on Channel 2, try Channel 9. Maybe your side is winning over there. And the ratings are good. The ratings are good for the war. We like war. We're good at it. We're a warlike people. This country is only 200 years old, and we average a major war every 20 years. 200 years old, 10 wars. Do the arithmetic yourself. We are a warlike people. We are perfect children of Europe. We're fort builders, land grabbers, and bomb throwers, folks. We're not happy. We're not happy unless we're dropping bombs on some helpless civilian population that has no argument with us whatsoever. No argument with us whatsoever. We are bomb throwers. And when we're not dropping high explosives, on some small nation that only has a marginally effective air force, then we're declaring war on something at home. We love to declare war on something at home, don't we? Anything we don't like about ourselves, we have to declare war on it. We can't get rid of this war mentality from our public life. We got a war on poverty, war on crime, war on cancer, war on litter, war on drugs. Did you ever notice we don't have a war on homelessness? No war on homelessness. You know why? You know why? I'll tell you why, because there's no money in it. There's no money in that problem. Nobody stands to get rich off of that problem. You find a solution to homelessness where the businessmen and the politicians can steal a couple of $1 million each, you'll see the streets of America begin to clear up pretty fast. I'll give you a couple ideas. Listen, I got a couple ideas for homelessness. First thing we ought to do, give the homeless their own magazine. Give them their own magazine. That's a sure sign of making it in this country. Every group in this country that makes it gets its own magazine. They got Working Mother magazine, Black Entrepreneur magazine, Hispanic Business magazine. Any activity engaged in by more than 4 people in this country gets a magazine devoted to it. Dart throwing, backpacking, basket making, boating, hiking, walking. Walking! There's actually a magazine called Walking! Look, Dan, the new Walking is out. Here's a good article, putting one foot in front of the other. Give them their own magazine. You know, come on. Give them their own magazine. You know what you call it? Better Crates and Cartons. Then when they get finished reading it, they can use it to line their clothing. Well, that's the kind of answer you'd get from a conservative American businessman. He'd say, yeah, let them read it. When they get finished reading it, they can use it to plug up the holes in them piano crates they live in. A good, practical, sound, American business conservative solution. I'll give you an idea about homelessness. First thing you got to do is change the name. It's not homelessness. It's houselessness. These people need houses. A home is an abstract idea, has to do with a setting, a state of mind. These people need physical, tangible structures. Low-cost housing. But where are you going to put it? Nobody wants you to build low-cost housing near their house. They don't want it near them. We got a thing in this country called NIMBY, N-I-M-B-Y, not in my backyard. That's what they call it. People don't want anything near them, especially if it might help somebody else. They don't want any kind of social help located near them. You try to open up a halfway house. You try to open up a drug rehab center. You try to open up a little place for some retarded people who want to work their way into the community. People say, not in my backyard. They don't want it near them, especially if it might help somebody else. It's part of the great American spirit of generosity. You can ask the American Indians all about the great American spirit of generosity. If you need current information, try a black family. They'll help you figure out the great American generous spirit. These days we call it 1,000 points of light. People don't want anything near them, even if it's something they believe in, something they think society needs, like prisons. Everybody wants more prisons. Everybody wants that. That's the new answer to all of our problems. Lock a lot of people up. People say, build more prisons, but not here. Well, why not? What's the problem? What would be wrong with having a prison in your neighborhood? Would seem to me like it would make it a pretty crime-free area, don't you think? You think a lot of crackheads and pimps and street criminals are going to be hanging around in front of a prison? No way, they're gone. What's wrong with these people? I mean, all the prisoners are locked up, the criminals are behind the walls, and if a couple of them do break out, what do you think they're gonna do? Hang around? Check real estate? No way! They're gone! The whole idea of breaking out of prison is to get as far away as you possibly can. Not in my backyard. Well, I got an idea where we can put some low-cost housing. Golf courses. This is just what we need. Golf courses. Plenty of good land. Plenty of good land in nice neighborhoods, land that's devoted now to a meaningless, mindless activity engaged in primarily by white, well-to-do male businessmen who use the game to make deals to get together to carve the country up a little finer among themselves. Golf is an arrogant, elitist game, and it takes up entirely too much room in this country. Entirely too much room. Listen to me. You know how much room it takes up? 17,000 golf courses, about 150 acres each. That's 3 million acres. That's 4,800 square miles. 2 Rhode Islands and a Delaware. You could build for the homeless on the land that's currently devoted to this meaningless, mindless, arrogant, elitist, racist game. Racist game. Racist game. I say it's time to reclaim that valuable land from the wealthy and turn it over to the homeless. You see, I have solutions. You know the only problem? No one ever calls. Rarely get a call from Congress or a think tank. Thank you all for listening. Good night. I'll see you later.
Now, don't be upset by this information if you're indeed a dumb cunt with your dumb cunt spouse, your dumb cunt kids, and your dumb cunt family with your dumb cunt friends. Because society's very accommodating to dumb cunts. In fact, there are places where you and your dumb cunt family can go once a week and meet other dumb cunt families, and you can sing songs. And it's called the church, and they've never turned away a group of dumb cunts. The church loves dumb cunts. Doesn't like the smart, what with their constant questions. Smart are always asking questions, and that's like fucking cancer to religion. I'd love to be gay. I'll tell you why, because I'm a man's man. I like men. Men like me. We like each other. I hate women. Women hate me. We hate each other. The only reason I couldn't be gay is because I could never fuck a man. Because I could never fuck something that I respect.
I enjoyed the Levinson inquiry. I liked the McCanns on there. I kept wanting them to go, could you round it up in the next 10 minutes, mate? We've left the kids over in Starbucks. Just to show they could still have a bit of a laugh. There is a place for McCann's jokes. It's probably here. I'm not saying they should do them on the dictionary corner, a countdown or something. And going into the break, I'd like to remind you that Maddie is an anagram of I'm dead. What? I didn't fucking kill her! I left her with 4 hours of air. McCann should lighten up, shouldn't they? They're probably grandparents by now.
Drove in here tonight, drove my Volkswagen. Drove all the way from Atlanta. I got a Volkswagen with a 5-speed. Only 2 gears work in the car. I come out the highway. Man, I want to shift again. I went back to first. Everybody neck about broke in the cup. You ever talk to people with bad breath? Don't you hate that? breath be so bad you can see the words coming out their mouth. You be standing there talking, yeah, I see what you're talking about. You be trying to dodge him, you know? Man, why you moving? I'm looking at something over there. This is my thing, though, with women, man, and this is my thing with women. I think all brothers should start taking care of women better than what they're doing. This is my personal opinion. Y'all brothers need to start taking care of these women. Start cooking for these women sometime. If you can't cook, buy something, lay it out. This is where you do it. You send her shopping on Saturday. Give her some money. Don't give her all the money because bills got to be paid. One thing a woman likes, she like a man that send her shopping, but she like a man better to take care of business. You hear me? So send her shopping. When she come home, have that dinner ready, laid out on the table. Run her some bath water. Run the water hot, because women like hot water. Put some soap in it. You ain't got no soap, use some washing powder. Clorox. You just want to hook up. And then you brothers ever had the pleasure to bathe your woman? Go in there and bathe your woman. You know, just go in there and wash it out. Girl, did you shop hard today? Go in there and wash it out. And hey, you guys ever wrestle with your woman? I wrestle with my girl all the time, but you got to let her win. You know, grab her, let her put you in a hole like she got you down. Now, don't grab her and put her in the full nail. Ah, shut up! I'll break your neck. Shut up! You hurt me. Shut up! Brothers do that and then I'll break your neck. Walk around, they tough, right? Tell you the truth. Let me get my towel again. I sweat all the time. Hey, Miss Laura. Sure looking pretty over there, girl.
I sure thank you.
Watch yourself.
I'm watching you.
Huh?
I'm watching you.
Watch yourself, girl. You mess with me, you got to have a Bible and a seatbelt. You hear me? I'm talking about the Bibles for Jesus and the seatbelt just to hold on. You know what I'm talking about. I'm a bad brother for about 7 minutes. After that, I got to let another brother in. Go on, get in there, girl. I can't do nothing with her. Go on. I'm tired, man. Woo. And me, I like a mean woman. I like a mean woman. I like a woman you be in the mall with. Bruce, look at that old girl over there. You be standing back. I see her, baby. Mean women won't let nothing run over you. Y'all be like, I don't like him. I don't like him.